Welcome, everybody. This is the hashtag TFR Motivation Monday Zoom. I'm flying solo tonight. This is Dr. Dondi Nettles. We've got an amazing special guest, Elite Pro 8, Michelle Skaff, to go over onboarding and the onboarding new customers and new distributors and talking about the commitment letter. But before we get into that, I want to share with you guys about this Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel. We have our own YouTube channel. We upload all the content every time we do this. So do yourself a favor, go check it out, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also click notifications so that when we go live and we upload new content, you get notified and you will not be in the dark. We do that at least once a week with this hashtag TFR Motivation Monday Zoom. We do specialized trainings as well, and we house them all on the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel. So go check it out, subscribe, and notify so that when we upload new content, you get it. So let's stop the delay. Let's get into the content today. What I want to share with you guys is amazing. So we're going back to the core skills that we were talking about before, the core skills of building a successful network marketing business. And let me go to the presenter mode. So when Michelle actually starts talking, she can crush it for everybody.
You want me to start?
No, not yet. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm going to read your bio. Thank you so much. See, I'm realizing how much I depend on Marcy, that when she's not here doing this, which she normally always does, we realize we need to be better cross-trained. All right, Michelle, I'm just gonna bank on that when you're talking, it's gonna go live. So let me introduce you guys to this. We've been doing the core skills here weekly now on how to build a successful network marketing, predictably successful, by talking about the core skills. And we have a specialized training today where Elite Pro 8, Michelle Skaff, is gonna be talking about onboarding new customers, new distributors, and the commitment letter. And before I turn it over to her, because now I've got a really long bio that I'm going to abbreviate due to sake of time. I want to just let Michelle work her magic. So Michelle Skaff is an entrepreneur with a passion for elevating consciousness. She's built and runs an international organization transforming health and the economy through the science of nutrigenomics. Her passion is helping people biohack the aging code, extend their lifespan, and live this one incredible life, making a difference in the world by finding their greatness. Her career in the corporate world, building organizations and revenues for Fortune 500 companies, helped position her to pursue her passion in becoming a servant leader and advocating for change and social impact. So I'm sorry for the abbreviated bio, Michelle, but please take it over. Everybody, please welcome unbelievable human being, Elite Pro 8, Michelle Skaff. Michelle, take it away.
Okay, wait a second. Let me see. I'm going to start. First of all, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm starting a little bit off because this weekend I had the great honor and privilege to be at Vision Summit with Dondi and Marcy, and Dondi blew my mind because he really helped to create the perspective of what we have in our hands. And I just wanted to start with this. And Dondi I'm sure you're going to share this presentation because literally it's like the best thing I've seen ever. I was going crazy. But anyway, what he spoke about is, innovators in the world, and Apple changed the world of computing. There were lots of computer companies out there, including IBM, which was my client when I was in the corporate world. But they changed the world because they helped us to think different when it comes to computers. And that innovation made Apple the largest company in the world. But at the same time, he talked about Calico Labs, which Bezos of Amazon, of course, we know who he is. This is a company that he's invested in with a lot of other investors that are looking at understanding the biology of aging and longevity. Does that sound familiar to anybody on this call? And what are they focused on? They're focused on drugs, right? And like, we need more drugs. So I wanted to include these two just to start this off because, whoops, where's my slide move? Thanks. So LifeVantage started in a lab, and it started really, we think of it as 2003, but it actually started when Dr. McCord in the 60s was working on his doctorate at, God, I just forgot where he was. Where was it?
Duke University.
Duke, thank you. At Duke University, when he stumbled across this odd antioxidant enzyme that could gobble up free radicals before they damaged our cell. And he was in his lab, like Calico Labs, trying to create a drug for years when a botanist taught him that there were plants, over 40 of them, that all did one thing in common. They turned on this NRF2 signal. And wouldn't it make sense if they were combined some way, they might be more powerful and potent? Dr. McCord knew nothing about plants, but he knew how to mix things and measure results. And that's how Protandim was created, and why it's natural and not a drug, and a gift that we have our hands on and that we are the voice of. And I just want to say the proof that we are absolutely changing human health. Because what do? We help people understand how their health is breaking down, how our cells are getting damaged in 3 different ways: oxidative stress, mitochondria damage, and cell waste. That's all we do. And we're using videos and tools that do that to show that how do we change human health? Through the science that proves we have activated our cells to get back to work, protecting and defending us the way we were when we were young. So when we think of who we help in the world or what we do in the world, this is the time. And I just want to thank you, Dondi, because I was like, we got no excuses. We cannot be afraid. We are so far ahead of the world. And this is an opportunity to go change the world and change human health and really stand strong in what we have our hands on, right? A solution. So we have a system. And our system is moving someone through this process of learning, using tools that teach for us and bringing them to the team. And I wanted to start with the launch guide because or our system, which is ITT, because it really is, I think, the most important thing that gets lost in this. And I know I actually just said to Dondi when we were in Utah this week that I forgot that when I drove to or flew into Utah, before the product was pulled from retail, I went to an event where Dr. McCord was speaking. It was a pre-launch event because I wanted to see if this company was real. And I rode from the airport with Dondi and his partner at the time. And they tried to teach me about the system in 3-way calls. And I didn't listen. I was like, oh yeah, well, that might work for somebody else, not me. And I was a Pro 3 for over a year because I didn't understand that this was different than the corporate world, that this was about the team. This wasn't about being the expert. It was about letting others help us as we build a team and teach us along the way about leadership development. And when I changed from I did my first 3-way call and I realized that I could be sitting in jail and that person would believe me better than my friends believe me. So anybody but you or anybody but me is the right person to be that third party. And when you do that and you trust the system, I promise you, for me, our team went from a Pro 3, we started to plug into the system, and 9 months later, we're a Pro 7, and 7 months later, a Pro 8. And that is because it works. So I just want to underscore that because we want to get more people to the information faster to help them have success. The other thing that happened at Vision Summit was I shared my mantra, which is me and 200 PV. And so I just said, I'm going to take a little bit of time to just teach on that, because for me personally, being here for the last 13 years since the launch of this company, there has never been a promotion like this. I'm so ridiculously excited about this gift because the only reason people say no, I believe, is because they can't afford it. And so this gives us a way to solve 2 problems. One, changing human health, while at the same time helping people create a predictable way to make them some money to not only pay for their product, but pay for their life. So the power of this is, what is me and 200 PV? Monthly subscription is our 200 product volume, as each of us know, unless you're a guest. And that 200 of product volume doesn't have to be our own. So once someone sees what they have their hands on, how this is going to change their health, this is really about changing the way that they think of network marketing. This isn't a model that's based on you have to go out and sell a bunch of product. You can, but this is an opportunity to say, I'm going to at least be on that Tri-Synergizer 100 PV. Of course, I have well over 200 PV because I use all the products, but you don't have to. You can get what you need. And then with a customer or 2 or 3, you're going to hit that 200 PV and you are a successful business owner. You capture all 8 bonuses. So I love this part of it because it brings it back to how do we accomplish and be successful. We can do it with as little as 200 product volume going through our business every month. So this is you and some customers. Gosh, how come I keep getting off of the tab to advance this? My glasses. So let's go through this really quickly, because to me, what I have been doing is reaching out to every single customer that has ever been here, every distributor, and said, get over here. It's time to come back, because LifeVantage just gave us the biggest gift of all, a program called the MVP that helps us show someone how they can make money while they're building a business. Because most businesses, when you start a business, it takes time to get your money back. And this is a way to do predictable actions and make that happen. But also with people who've learned about the products and gone through ITT, I immediately have that opportunity to have that conversation to say, look, we have a program that allows you to get product for free as you share, but I want you to close your eyes and think of 3 or 4 or 5 people that you know whose cells are getting damaged every day, and you could help them understand, going through that same system, looking at those tools to the team of helping them see a way not only to change their health, but think of 3 or 4 people, 3 people that you know that you just, it's like close your eyes and say, you know, tell me one reason why we shouldn't do this, right? And I am so grateful because the 3 people or 4 people who I, invited to look at this with me are still here and still have our 200 PV every month. So the power of this is really getting clear and strong, which is what leadership is about, on what we have our hands on. I hope that what Dondi shared helps you see just how powerful this gift is we have, and how much we need to speed up, which is what this program is about. We need to get this company to a global multi-billion-dollar company as soon as we can. And the power of this is our leveraged income, which is incredible, because Dondi, you and I started 13 years ago. Have you taken this product every day for 13 years? Absolutely. And you're going to take it for the rest of your life. So this just shows what that looks like. Me with 200 product volume going through our business. This is what we would normally get paid on a leveraged income. 3 people times 200 is 600 at 2%. And I ask people, is $12 a big deal? $12, been here for 13 years. So imagine getting paid $12 every year, or just once on a yearly basis, is $144 you got paid for something you did once. Help those people learn once. If they're on it for 5 years, it's, what is it, 720? And if they're on it for 10 years, it's 1440. I've got more than 10 years in me. So when you look at it in terms of leveraged income, while it may not seem much at the beginning, it's still a big deal. But here's what I love about LifeVantage. They said it's not enough. And so me and 200 PV, you're now getting a promotion. You're getting a raise, the bonus of $100. So instead of that 12, you're earning $112 every month. Everyone maintains their PV every month, month over month over month. Now, ask yourself the question, do those 3 people come in so you'd make $100 every month? No. What are we going to do? It's their me and 3 and 200 PV. We're going to help them do what we just did. And in that process, we're going to build a business that builds another level of depth. These are rewarding the behaviors that create successful teams and organizations that live on, whether you're building or not. And that's what we're here to do, build leader upon leader upon leader. So at this level, right, helping those 3 with their 3 is now 3 times 3 is 9, 1,800 times 5%. That $90 plus the 12 is 102 per month, which is incredible, month over month over month, on products that people learn about once and get on. But LifeVantage said, we're going to give you a raise. So instead of 500, you're earning, or instead of 100, you're earning 600 a month. So the 3, that first level you brought in, they're now earning that $100 bonus. They see that you earned a 500. Do you think they want it? And do you think the people who came in want it? So what are we going to do? We're going to help every single one of those 9 who came in, help them, right? Share the same information, ITT, and find their 3 and 200 PV. And at this level, your organization has 7,800 of volume. As everyone holds this 200 month over month over month, you're going to be earning $1,500 at that level. The team that you brought on 500, and the next team is earning that 100. And we're going to go do what? We're not going to stop. We're going to build depth. And this is what finally gets this company back into momentum and growth. So I am so excited about this, and also about Vision Summit, because being with Dondi and Marcy and other leaders every week, this was an event that I learned about in July. Last July, I was teaching at Elite. I reached over, I was teaching as well, and we were standing in the corporate office, and I just said, the biggest challenge I have is, how do you pour 13 years of belief and vision and experience into a brand new person? I've got incredible people. I just don't know how to transfer it. And he said to me, you can't. Which I thought, well, that's a crazy response. But what he said is, you can bring them here. And Vision Summit, he said, you're going to be teaching. I was like, I'm traveling. But it was a commitment that we all made every single month, because we saw the power of all of us coming together. No matter what team you're on, it's one team, everyone's invited, but it's a red carpet experience for a brand new person. And when I was asked to teach, I was told, you get to teach on the commitment letter. And I laughed, because I was like, well, what's that? I've never seen a commitment letter. No one ever gave it to me. And finally, when I got to, he made a commitment, and he changed my life because he became a mentor. So I am so in love with this commitment letter, and I'm honored to be able to share it today, because for me, it's not a letter that it was made, it's created for you to have your new person sign this commitment letter so you can understand the commitment they're making to their business. But I just call upon each of you. You can't invite someone to ask someone to sign a commitment letter until you've signed it yourself. And more importantly, where is your commitment today? Not where was your commitment when you started, what your commitment was last month. Think about what's happening in the world, that there are companies out there spending millions and millions of dollars to try to create a drug that does what we do. We have gold in our hands, and this is a commitment to lead like we've never led before, to learn whatever you need to learn so that you can not only change your life, but you can change lives all over the world. And this is our legacy. This is a legacy company. It needs our voice to get louder. And this commitment is for each of us to ramp up and do whatever it takes. I lost my voice about 2 years ago, a little over that. Maybe it was just about that. I just lost my belief in myself, my belief in my ability to lead. And, whenever I get lost, I pray. And an answer came, and it was Darren Hardy came across my screen. I love him because the compound effect is one of my guides. I, always want to realize that every second I'm choosing, and what am I choosing in this moment? That's my life. And he talked about the hero's journey, and each of us have been given this opportunity through LifeVantage to be on a hero's journey. And what he stated is, and this is what got my attention, was you are called here for a purpose. Every single one of us is called here for a purpose, to fulfill a special mission, right? The mission is to be the voice for this powerful science that needs us so that we can contribute something unique in the world, change human health. Are you kidding me? Something that would not have existed without you. It is our hero's journey to acquire the wisdom, which you're doing on this call every week, the skills, which you do at every event, but most importantly, the power to know that we are here to serve others. We lead by servant leadership to influence, positively impact the lives of our fellow man. This is our special purpose. And so this commitment letter really, truly begins with you. And I want you to ask yourself and fill this out. What is the commitment you're making to LifeVantage? Does it honor the commitment they made to us, to give us the story, to put it in our hands, to trust us, entrust with us? This is an opportunity to change lives all over the world. It is not an opportunity to play small. This is the time to stand on top of that mountain with vision that you've never had before, to be coachable, to be consistent, to be committed, to becoming the greatest leader that you are. You just don't know it yet, but others believe in you. You were brought here because somebody believed in your voice. Otherwise, you wouldn't have learned about it. And so every single day, we're here to grow into that hero that others need to follow, so we can bring out the hero in them. So the first part of this commitment letter is understanding where we begin. And I'm just letting somebody in who I'm going to go see in a half hour when I get to a meeting. But understanding where we begin, I didn't come with any network marketing experience, and the people who enrolled me didn't stay. And Tyler was my next enrollment, and he didn't even know about me for a year. So I was out here on my own without any network marketing experience. I didn't believe in the industry. I thought I was going to turn it on its ear or bring my corporate experience here. I didn't understand systems. I didn't know I was a leader. I didn't understand leading a volunteer army. I was getting pissed off because people didn't do what I told them to do, right? So anyway, I was in the wrong, I needed mentorship. So signing a commitment with someone and knowing where they begin, if someone had sat down with me then and known how much purpose I had in my life and how much passion, they would have taken me to the top and my life would have been different. But it doesn't matter. My life is what it is. And I'm so committed to helping every person figure out where they are, but most importantly, commit to this industry. It works. It works. It's the power of we leading and changing the world with great gifts that we have. Sorry, I don't know why I keep moving my things around. And then second commitment is the 5 W's, like when, what, why, will, want. So first of all, when. To make a commitment means you've got to commit every day to do something in your business, every day. Otherwise, you're going to miss this opportunity, right? You're going to watch others go. The rocket's going to take off and you'll have missed it. I promise you will regret it for the rest of your life. So don't do that. Secondly, what? What is it that you want? Is it financial freedom, personal freedom, health freedom? I want it all, right? But what is it that you want? I want to know for yourself so you could sit down with someone else. Why? What is your why? We know the why that makes you cry, that commitment that says, I will never quit. I could never possibly quit. I could never give up on LifeVantage. I know this deserves to be a global multi-billion-dollar company, and I'm committed till the day I take my last breath to make sure that that happens. The will is how committed are you to achieving your goal? What is your willpower? Your why power is why you'll never quit, but your willpower is the will that every day says, I've got work to do. This is important. I've got lives to change. Find that purpose, find that will. And if you get off track, what do you want your upline to do? Now, this is you talking to you. So when you get off track, what do you want your upline, your higher self to tell you? Stop it. Get out of your fear. Quit worrying, right? Build your belief. Dondi did an incredible training on mindset. I'm sure he will do it here. That is what this game is all about, getting that mindset right, because we have everything else in place. So commitment number 3 is the goal, the speed, right? How fast do you want to go? I have to change the slide because it should never be agree to sponsor 2 people. What? It's 3. You got to start with 3 and me and 3 and that 200 PB. So part-time is I'm going to look 3 people and help those 3 people, because you don't have no idea achieving that goal. You don't know what it means to help 3 other people, right? But it's going to grow without you, right? Part-time. I'm going to agree to 4 to 6 or full-time. Mine was full-time. There was never a thought in my mind that I wouldn't be in the lead, right? It took me longer than I thought at first. I almost gave up because it didn't happen when I thought it would, but I'm so grateful for my team for holding me firm. And then commitment number 4 is biohacking to reality. It's really setting expectations, right? Does everybody say yes? No. In the beginning, when people said no, what did I do? I'd kick them to the curb and be pissed at them, right? Well, don't do that, because a no is a no, not now in the world, right? You stay clear on what you do. You're clear on how you're impacting human health and the lives that you're changing. So your goal setting is really to say, let's set the right expectations, because it isn't, we think everybody's going to say yes because we did. But the fact of the matter is, it's like, let's lay out a plan. If I want to sponsor 3 people in 3 weeks, that means I have to divide 3 weeks by 3 and sponsor 1 person every week. How am I going to sponsor 1 person every week? Well, you need to talk to 10, invite 10 to learn, to maybe present to 3. That's realistic, right? And you have to present to 10 in order to get 3. So that means you're going to have to talk to at least 30 people to find those 3, unless you get lucky like I did. They all said yes right away, and we still linked arms and never given up. So this is setting the right expectations. Why? So someone doesn't quit, or the first person who says no, what are you, crazy? They don't let go of what their dream is, right? And we want to make sure for ourselves and for others that we hold these commitments. And the 5th part of this commitment letter is signing it. It's the commitment to be partners. Let's go do this together. I'm going to take the support from my upline leaders, including third party, right? I'm not going to change this system. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to attend the getting started training. I'm going to make sure I understand what it means to build a business correctly. I'll take support from local and corporate events, maintain my subscription every month, commit to weekly hours in my business that I've set aside and committed to, commit to staying for a minimum of 2 years, and agree to this commitment letter. Sign that and you get it to your mentor. I want you to know something. I'm so grateful that Sarah Harding is part of Vision Summit because she took this commitment letter and it's now in our app. So every new person you enroll will receive the commitment letter automatically when they download the app. And I just want to show you where it is in the app. So you can go in right now. Oh, it's 5:30. This is going fast. I'm happy. So anyway, I just want to show you where the commitment letter is in the app. But know that your new person is going to get it. You can remind them, make sure that you go through and fill out the commitment letter and send me a copy of it, was the way it used to be. Here's what it does right now. So when you open up your app, those icons at the bottom, click on the one that says people, and it opens up to this screen. And then you click on me. And when you click on me, it opens up to this screen. And then you got to click over on where my glasses are so I can see what that little thing says, info. And when you see info and click on that screen, it's going to open up to show this screen, which is show details over there on the right, right? And when you show details, it shows how to set up their business site, add their personal information. But we want them to do is add their goals. And when they click on that, this is a scroll down menu that goes through what? The 3 reasons why they're here. They're going to think about, right? What are those reasons they became a distributor? And then what rank most aligns with their vision? What a beautiful, powerful thing to know. Next is, how much money do I want to make? What are my financial goals in the first 90 days, 6 months, or 12 months, right? And realistically, time, right? How much time am I, how much hours per week am I committed to make that happen? And then on the third or further down, it scrolls down to, would you like to share these goals with your upline? Of course, you want to know what these goals are so you can help them achieve them. And the last is what motivates you. So it's not everything that's in the other commitment letter. You can do both, right? Find out what inspires them, but at the very least, know that this is there, it's in the app, and they're going to go through it. And that's really the next step of getting started, right? Why do we know the launch is really about that testimony, right? Being a product of the product, getting that list together, understanding ITT, that this is the system, don't change it, it works, do it, do what you're told, as your parents said, and then plug into every event and learn. So thank you, Dondi. I just want to close with this, and this is really the final thing, which is you are a hero. You are here to acquire the wisdom of those before you, which is why we're plugged in, right? Why Vision Summit for me, to be around Dondi and Marcy and Greg and Rye and everyone, all of the leaders and all of the elites that showed up from all over that had, this was their first time. It's really acquiring the wisdom that each of us has gained, the skills to not only be a successful leader, but how to build successful leaders. And most importantly, find your inner power and belief in you, because that's what this is a journey of. The person I've become, the way I've overcome that crazy thing in my head that tells me I can't, or I'm not worthy, or it's not good enough, is gone. And that's a commitment to a life that's dedicated to something bigger than myself. When I get out of my way and think about who I serve, we can do so much more. So thank you, Dondi, for giving me a chance to be here and to serve. I appreciate it. I appreciate both of you. And I hope that Marcy feels better, like soon.
Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. It's amazing how quickly this 13-year journey we've been on together seems like it's gone. And it's interesting listening to your story and meeting you way back then, and then watching your progression through leadership and mentorship in 2 different industries. So obviously you were very successful in the corporate world, and then taking that skill set into this is sometimes very difficult. I tried to do the same thing. And everything that I did to be successful in my private practice failed miserably here, because the leadership style was different. And it was something where there is a system to follow, and it actually, quite frankly, seemed too simple to be true, considering, you know, the corporate backgrounds that we came from. But it isn't. It is simple. And if you follow it and you literally follow that entrepreneurial spirit, you can have success beyond your wildest dreams. And I'm glad that to watch your journey on this, Michelle, to be, you know, arm in arm with you this whole time and develop a wonderful friendship. And your contribution to Vision Summit is incredible. And I would love to invite all of you, if you don't know about Vision Summit yet, that is going to change. It literally is becoming the best kept secret at LifeVantage, where distributors get together on the behalf of other distributors, and it is a neutral ground for everyone to bring their team, their prospects, regardless of their success level. Previously, even if somebody's brand new, has never done network marketing before, it's a perfect system for them. If they've had success, it's a perfect system for them. But what's even more perfect is the environment, the supportive environment. To have somebody on your team be mentored by an elite and master distributor who's not part of your upline. That is something that LifeVantage, quite frankly, has never had on this scale, and it is working masterfully. So Michelle, thank you for your contribution to tonight, walking us through that hero's journey, because as you said, every one of us is a hero, whether we realize it or not. It's just a matter of how massively we take over that mantle, accept that hero's title, and then go outward, because there's so much suffering going on in the world. There's so much uncertainty in the world, and there's a lot of certainty that LifeVantage products could bring in our bodies, and then there's a lot of certainty in the freedom that we can have if we go out and we help enough people get what they want. So Michelle, thank you so much for, one, for your friendship, two, for your professionalism, and every time you have a chance to profile what you do it masterfully. Thank you for that, and thank you for accepting our invitation tonight. I'm sorry for the early technical difficulties in this. Hopefully you guys got the amazing content that was here. And there was a couple notes that I wrote down. And one of the things in the commitment, number 2, the 5 W's, the one that I think I can just be completely transparent that I have utilized the least, that is probably the most important. And that is the last one, the want. When you're out in the weeds and you're not doing what you wanted to, what you said you were going to do in your commitment letter and your goals on the app, when you're in that place, you're not coming on calls, you're not answering texts, what do you want us to do? That is so critically important, because it literally forces us to face, well, if we find ourselves in this situation, I need some accountability. I need your assistance. I need your help. And if we can prepare that we're all going to have that. We will all go off in the weeds. We will all have a bad day where every single person denies us. Every person tells us we're crazy. We talk to 10, we don't get 3, we get 0. Just means tomorrow's going to be different. So it's that want. What do you want us to do when you're off track? So thank you for that, Michelle.
Can I add to that? I love that one, because for me, it's for me. I look at it and I'll stop and go, what am I spinning around? What is going on that's holding me back? And it's an opportunity to learn more about me, to become more conscious and see what patterns, what stories are there. And when I stop and ask myself why I'm not doing what I need to do, and really take the time to reflect on it, it's really something, when I do that, I figure out what it is. And I can see this is ridiculous. This is just a story that is no longer serving me. And it's time to put it away. And I think the best thing that I've learned is don't focus on the outcome. If you focus on the outcome, you're always going to be expecting or disappointed or what all of that is. It's focus on what am I creating today? Every day I'm here to create something in the world. Maybe I just created a smile on somebody else's face. Woohoo. That is a creation that we've done. When we can celebrate every moment and enjoy the journey of creating and showing up versus the outcome of what it leads to, miracles begin to happen, because we're just creating more value in the world just by being present in a more valuable way. So just wanted to add that. I think that's so important for us to be accountable to ourselves.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Michelle. Thank you for the wonderful training. And thank you everyone for your patience as we got off to a little slow start this morning or this afternoon. So thank you so much for your contribution, everyone. Thank you, Michelle. If there's anything that I can do for you, your leaders, and your team, please never hesitate to ask. We would be honored to do that. And thank you everybody for tuning in. It has been recorded. It will be up on the team YouTube later tonight. So take a look for that. But thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Thanks, Dondi.